Welcome to ViewTheRace.com. This is race 13.1 from Evans, Georgia. The race starts right alongside Evans Town Center Park and quickly takes a left onto Evans to Locks Road. Now this out and back course is almost entirely on Evans to Locks Road. There are almost no turns on this course. Now the first half on Evans to Locks Road is flat to slightly downhill before we have a short section inside the Savannah Rapids Pavilion. And on the way back, it is slightly uphill to flat. So again, as with any half marathon, you want to definitely go out at a nice comfortable pace and don't go too fast for the beginning of this race. Now if you're running in the 5K, this is where you turn around. 5K runners will run back towards the Evans Town Center Park to the finish. Now this race features beautiful homes on both the left and right as we head towards the Savannah Rapids Pavilion. Now the charity partner for this race is the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Augusta. The RMHC is a nonprofit corporation that creates, finds, and supports programs that directly improve the health and well-being of children. Now in addition to a donation from race 13.1, athletes will have the opportunity to donate to this good cause at registration. Now shortly after mile 3, this is the 10K turnaround. Again, 10K runners will return to Evans Town Center Park in the finish. Now at this time, I'd like to thank our sponsors who helped make this race possible. Fleet Feet Sports of Augusta, one of the top running shoe stores and sports stores in the area. Unite Us, who work with veterans and military families. And also the Augusta Striders, a top local running club. So thank you to our sponsors. Now again, with very few turns on this course and flat to slightly downhill terrain, you could have a very good time for the first half of this race. And there is really only one hill on this entire course, but it is a very tough hill. So again, you want to run somewhat conservatively for the first half of this race. As we cross through mile 5. Again, perfectly flat through this section, just beautiful homes on both the left and right. Just a beautiful area to run in. Now as we transition to the bike path, we'll shortly be entering Savannah Rapids Pavilion. This is a 33-acre recreation park that is very popular with runners, walkers, and kayakers. Now as we approach the park, be very careful. As we take this right, you're going to be faced with a very steep downhill. You know, one of those downhills where it's almost too steep? This is one of them. So again, don't overstride as you go down this hill. It's a very steep downhill. Reed Creek Falls is on the right-hand side as we pass through mile 6. Now straight ahead is the Savannah River as we go over this cool bridge. And now we take a right on the historic Augusta Canal Trail. Now this surface is dirt, but it's hard-packed dirt. It won't really affect your speed at all. The Savannah River is all down the left-hand side. This is a short out and back section right on the canal. We turn around and head back the way we came. This is an out and back course. You'll really enjoy running on this trail. This is by far my favorite part of the course. As we start to head back, keep in mind the canal is perfectly flat. Again, very popular area with runners and walkers. I'll stay to the left side of the path as we're going to be taking a left back over the bridge and cross through mile 7. And now you're going to be faced with the toughest challenge of the day. You know that screaming downhill? You now have to run up it. Very, very tough hill. Try your best, but do not be ashamed if you have to take a few walking steps on this hill, because I did. This is a very tough hill. Dig deep. The good news is it's not overly long, but it's very steep. Just going to pull yourself up this hill. At the top of the hill, we're going to veer to the left and exit the park. Catch your breath, and hopefully you can settle into a nice pace. We're back on Evans to Locks Road, heading back towards the Evans Town Center Park. Now again, on the way back, it is flat to slightly uphill. Now hopefully you still have some legs left and you can start turning your legs over and pick some speed back up and maybe make up for a little bit of time you might have lost on that hill exiting the park. Get back on track. As we cross through mile 8, again, just absolutely beautiful homes on both the left and right. Just a great area to run in. Now, if you are curious about the Augusta Canal Historic Trail that you ran on, that trail actually continues for 7.5 miles. So if you're ever in the area and you want a nice long run, that's a great area to go back to and try to run the whole distance. Again, rolling through this section, we continue to head back. Try to take advantage of these slight gradual downhills. Across through mile 10. Now again, remember, it's almost completely straight all the way back to the finish. We just have a very short stretch off of Evans to Locks Road. Just a few stoplights, which we're going to continue straight through all of them, all the way to the finish as we cross through mile 11. Slightly rolling hills at this point in the course. They're going to start to hurt just a bit. Just going to maintain your focus all the way to the finish line. We cross through mile 12. A little bit of railroad tracks to run over here. And a slight uphill. And after we go through these set of lights, to the right side of the road is we'll be taking a right on Evanstown Center Boulevard. Then we're going to enter Evanstown Center Park and sprint to the finish. Thank you for viewing the race at viewtherace.com.